Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Flawless Faces by Summer MUA. This is my look for today. I am doing my go-to bridal look for a good 90% of my brides. So I will show you step by step how I do this, and I hope that you enjoy the video. So please watch and subscribe and like and share. So today we are going to do one of my most requested bridal looks. It's a very soft, romantic, kind of pink, dewy, smoky eye. I've already done my foundation and my eyebrows just because they take a little while to do off camera, so we can get started right away. So I am going to actually use this Morphe palette, which is the 15H. It's a beautiful palette. It's beautiful for bridal colors. And we're just gonna go in real quick with On the Rocks, which is this color, for a nice, just base color to start off with. You don't need a lot, just to cover, kind of coat your eyelid, not very much. I always like to start off with this nice kind of flesh tone color, so that way I have a nice little background to be able to transition shade into. So as you can tell, you can't really tell the difference between my eyelids. So we're gonna start going in shading. We're gonna do some pinks, which I love. I love, 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 love doing a pink smoky eye. I normally work with my Naked 3 palette, just because it's literally designed for that purpose, for that pink smoky eye. So I'm just pulling out some brushes right now that are some of my favorite. This It brush is actually one of my all-time favorites, an all-over shadow and crease brush, and that's what we're gonna start off with. So I'm actually gonna start off with the color Mixer, and we're just gonna put that right in our crease. And just kind of blend that out really nicely. I like to just be able to tell where my brow bone and the crease of my eyelids start. And give myself a nice little light shading. Just something very nice and simple. I am gonna actually come over here and take my Lorac Mega Pro. It's the first one. And I'm going to take this color, it's Dusty Plum. It's one of my favorite shading colors. And the Lorac palette is honestly just one of my favorite palettes, period. So we're gonna take that color and go over what we had already just shaded. Get a nice base there. I really feel like this is one of the easier palettes or easier looks to do for bridal because there's not too many steps to go over. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could stop here and do some highlight colors, eyeliner, and call it a night. But I like for my brides to really feel that I take my time with them and that the colors are blended beautifully and seamlessly. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that Dusty Plum color and I'm actually gonna go under my eyes with it too. Kind of create a seamless look together with all the different colors. Go ahead and buff that out a little bit. With bridal, I try to be very precise about where I put eyeliner, any kind of liner, especially under the eyes. I don't want it to be too bulky, too heavy, or too much of it. So usually just a nice thin layer, and then I kind of buff the color out. So next we're going to actually go in with, I'm gonna pull out my my Naked 3 palette. And I'm gonna go in with, I can't even see the colors anymore. I've used this so much. Nooner, it's called Nooner. It's not funny, I'm sorry. This color right here, it's called Nooner. Take a little bit of that color. Always tap off the excess and go deeper into my crease with it. I basically look like I'm poking my own eye out, but I'm not, I promise. And it gives just some nice definition. Again, I'm gonna basically poke myself in the crease and just kind of blend it out. And then it's going to be another color that I take under my eye as well. For me, wedding season's starting this weekend, so I thought this was the perfect opportunity to show you my most requested bridal look, because I'll be doing this a lot over the next 6 to 9 months. So we're going to take one more color and we're really going to pack it in there into the outer corner of my eye. I think I'm going to, I don't know, there's so many colors to choose from when you're a makeup artist that you just don't know what you want to do. So I think I'm just going to take a little bit of this, the darkest color on the Naked 3 palette, and just kind of really pack it in. And I'm going to wind up going over it anyways, so it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. We're getting somewhere, we're looking nice. We're looking a little hot mess because we haven't got our beautiful bright colors in yet. So normally I like to do a really pretty highlight color across, and then I would blend some more of my pinky peachy tones. So right now I'm kind of living for Hot Spot and Spritzer. But I think today we're going to use Hot Spot. It's like a goldy pink, which I'm kind of living for right now. So we're going to just pack that on. Yes, that looks beautiful. I really try not to wet my brushes when I pack my colors on because I don't want it to turn up too cakey. So I try to stick with palettes that I know that I won't do that with, and I can just actually just put the color directly on the eyes. And Morphe is one of those where they have these beautiful foiled colors, and I can use them without having to wet my brush. I'm gonna go over one more time just because I'm loving this color and these shades. And I really want that to really stand out. take just a clean blending brush, and I just like to go back and kind of blend over the nice colors of the foil and what I have laid underneath. That way we can kind of mix them together some. Now I'm going to go back with my Dusty Plum and come to this outer corner and really blend some of that beautiful color in. I'm going to go back with just a little bit of that darker shade, that darkest shade that we were using. I just want a little bit out here in the outer corner, and I want to take it down. I try to keep my palettes condensed for bridal. I try not to take all 75,000 palettes that I have, because then I'll never be able to choose what colors I want. And that can be a big problem when you're trying to find a cohesive look for not just your bride, but your bridesmaids. You always want them to all look pretty cohesive so they look the same in the pictures, because you don't want your bride to not be the standout focal. So I think we're looking really, really good. I am going to take a shade from the Too Faced Chocolate Gold, this palette right here. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind about that. I am going to use my Tarte Pro Glow, and I am going to take my little fun brush, and we are going to highlight the inner corner of our eyes. And the Tarte palette Strobe is my absolute favorite go-to. It's so stunning. I don't know if you can see the difference, but I love this color. Just a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but just enough. And then I'll use a little bit of that strobe to go right under my brow bone, just for a beautiful light highlight. Nothing too crazy, because we're not going out to the club, we're not partying, we're getting married. So we want to look our best. We want to look just like an elevated version of ourselves. I never tell anybody that I'm going to make them beautiful, because that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to help elevate their natural beauty. And that is what I am all about. I'm going to use a little bit of the strobe and have it actually come up some. I just like a really light color on the eye. Right. Take our clean brush again and just blend it a little bit. And so far, so good. So we're going to do some eyeliner, and we are going to do lashes, and then we will go on to the rest of our face. So my favorite liquid eyeliner is Kat Von D's Tattoo Liner for myself. It's waterproof, it doesn't move, and I can easily work with the tip of this. There's a lot of eyeliners where they're too long, and it takes a lot of effort. And I'm really weird, and I do not close my eyes when I put liquid eyeliner on. I know that seems odd, but for me, I get the straightest line I can with my eyes open. I always do a little bit of a cat eye. I don't do this extreme of a cat eye on my clients, but for myself, I do. Right. So I'm going to actually finish the rest of my eyeliner and put my eyelashes on, and I will be right back. If I can get it to pause for a second. All right, I've got my lashes on with my mascara and my eyeliner. So we're good there. So now we have to finish up the face. So I'm gonna start with my bronzer. I'm gonna take my Sculpt from my Tarte Pro Glow. And I'm not gonna use a whole lot because I did use some cream bronzer, or cream, bronzer, sorry, when I was doing my foundation. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. Because remember, we're doing bridal, we're not sitting here trying to really, we want them to look natural, not super done. And then I just take what's left over and I always bring it down. I don't like to use a lot of bronzer, but I do like to use a little bit because no bride wants to look like a vampire. I am naturally about as pink as they come, or as white as they come. So I have to use a little bit of bronzer. I'm gonna use my Tarte palette, my Tarte blush palette. And I'm gonna mix two colors, which I can't even see anymore because the colors or the names have worn off, and just gently dab it. Once again, not a lot of blush. This is bridal, not editorial, and just dab it in. And that's another color that I will bring down. Nobody saw that, right? All right, I am a sucker for highlighter. Highlighter is my favorite thing in the world. So I am going to take, once again, my Tarte Pro Glow. I told you this is one of my favorite things. Take Strobe and Stunner. I like to mix the two. Oh, so fabulous. And use them. Mix it, mix it, mix it. I'm probably gonna put a little extra highlighter on. I do not put this much highlighter on my brides, but I love highlight. Love a good highlight. Down my nose, across my chin. I take a little bit and put it right on my Cupid's bow. I love it. It's just, I told you, Tarte is one of my favorite highlighters. It's my go-to, the Tarte Pro Glow. I love it. So I'm just gonna use this. This is not actually a normal color, so I should probably go with something a little more normal. So I'm gonna actually try out the new Morphe liquid lipsticks. And if I can get it open, that would be fantastic. We are going to use Jealousy. I would normally go for something probably a little lighter, but I like dark lipsticks, so we're going to use this because this is a bridal video. All right, so far so good. I'm loving the texture. I love the fact that it's not super sticky or chalky in any way. And it slides on. I actually really, really love the way this feels. I have very odd shaped lips, so I usually have to go over them like 18,000 times. I like the way it feels. It is drying fast, so I don't know exactly how I'm going to feel in 20 minutes about that. So I'll definitely have to get back and leave you a comment and the things. And I'm going to use my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I love the way it feels. I love the way it smells, and I don't like a lot of floral scents, but I really do love the way that smells. So this is it. This is my look. This is my usual go-to bridal look. I really hope that you love it as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.